as a young student, Burle Marx is one of the people that I looked up to. So to dig more deeply into his life and his practice was really important. We have been working on a Burle Marx exhibition for years and years and developing it. There's roughly 50 plants that are named for Burle Marx, either plants that he discovered or plants that are named for him.
The Burle Marx exhibition, in many ways, is the perfect exhibition for our institution. He loved kind of dramatic flourishes in the garden, and that's where we again explore both the plants that Burle Marx loved and the design flourishes he included in his landscapes.
I'm Karen Daubmann. I'm the Associate Vice President for Exhibitions and Public Engagement at the New York Botanical Garden.
I'm Todd Forrest. I'm Arthur Ross Vice President for Horticulture and Living Collections at the New York Botanical Garden in the Bronx.
Roberto Burle Marx is a truly important conservationist, really a Renaissance man. He's inspiring to so many of the staff members here at the New York Botanical Garden.
Roberto Burle Marx was a great landscape architect in Brazil. He lived from 1909 to 1994. He was also a great gardener. He loved plants. He loved every plant from around the world. He collected them and he grew them in his own garden at a place called the Sítio outside of Rio. And he also went into the Brazilian Amazon and the coastal rainforests of Brazil to collect plants from the wild before they were destroyed by logging or road building operations. So he was a conservationist. So for an institution like NYBG, which has a science and conservation mission, Burle Marx was the perfect subject.
We wanted to include his drawings of the different ecosystems of Brazil. He was always traveling into the countryside and studying plant material and really studying their color and texture and form.
The New York Botanical Garden worked with Raymond Jungles to create the modernist garden, which in many ways is the largest and most complex exhibition we've ever done. Raymond actually was also a protege of Burle Marx's. Burle Marx designed nearly 3,000 gardens of various sizes and scales over his career. What connected all of those garden designs were a sense of bold gestures with plant materials, lots of color. So you see across the ground plane in this garden, beautiful ground cover, tropical plants. You have coleus, you have pentas. We designed the modernist garden with Raymond to feature many plants that Burle Marx either used in his landscape designs or even had in his own garden at the Sítio. Raymond also looked at Burle Marx's use of pavement patterns to turn circulation, pathways through a garden, into part of the aesthetic experience of the garden. Burle Marx almost always had some sort of sculptural element in his garden and some sort of water in his garden.
To see aerial views of Burle Marx's projects in completion and compare those to the landscape designs that he created on paper, it's really stunning to see how they compare. I mean, they're the same, and that's the sign of a great plan.
Our exhibitions are designed to engage and educate, but we also hope that the exhibitions will inspire our visitors. And we think that Burle Marx's story is particularly inspirational. So we hope that visitors who come here kind of take up the baton of calling for the preservation and conservation of plants.
His artwork is bold and beautiful and so different than a lot of the work that we have shown at the Botanical Garden. We really love the modern spirit that we're showcasing this year, and to be able to compare his artwork in our art gallery with the beautiful representation of a Burle Marx style garden in front of our conservatory is really, it ties together the entire story of his life. It's just truly Burle Marx.